What's up, homies and homies? It's your boy Homeboom back with another segment of the Hold Up Show. And hold up, I don't think this is what they meant by protect and serve. Today we'll be reviewing a clip of WAFB Baton Rouge, Louisiana news about former Louisiana Sheriff Deputy and SWAT Commander Dennis Perkins and his former high school teacher wife Cynthia Perkins in their case of baking cupcakes with his sperm for her students to eat. What the? Let's get into it.
I'm Elizabeth Vowell. Greg has the night off. We start with a story that some of you may find upsetting. Newly released interrogation tapes reveal disgraced ex-deputy Dennis Perkins acted stunned as police first arrested him on charges that shocked our community. Tonight, for the first time, we hear his voice as police ask him about the horrific crimes he committed. The sometimes graphic recordings you're about to hear reveal new information about the cases against Dennis Perkins, a once trusted sheriff's deputy, and his school teacher wife, Cynthia, both of them tied up in a web of rape and child porn. Here's our lead investigator, Scotty Hunter.
Dennis Perkins was at Toledo Bend, 4 hours from home, when just after 8 at night, he got a call to walk up the hill from his fishing camp for something important. He was met by law enforcement officers there to question him about a case. Here's the actual.
They caught him in the woods at a fishing camp. Oh, man.
Audio from that interrogation in October of 2019.
Mr. Dennis, obviously I'm guessing you've had a couple drinks if you're on a fishing trip today?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say you're drunk at this point, or you're in your right state of mind and understand what's going on? As much as can be at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That being said, I'm just going to go over some rights with you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
The investigator you hear is from the Louisiana Attorney General's office. He tells Perkins they've received a tip that he has been involved in the online exchange of child pornography.
No,
Child pornography?
Yes, sir. Images of children, basically.
The investigator lets him know they already have a mountain of evidence against him and are carrying out search warrants of his electronics and his home in Denham Springs, where they are also questioning his schoolteacher wife, Cynthia.
Well, y'all being here means I'm not going back to the fishing camp tonight.
Probably not.
Perkins is
This motherfucker worrying about going back to drink with some kids. Oh, man, what the fuck?
told the images include junior high-aged girls photoshopped into sexual positions with a man who appears to be him.
Was that just kind of a playing around being stupid type thing, or was that you and your wife kind of bouncing pictures back and forth, or how'd that thing come about?
At that point, there's silence. Absolutely nothing said for nearly 30 seconds.
I know you got a million things going on in your head, and I know you have a million stories you're rehearsing or explanations you're trying to get straight.
Perkins is informed he's going to be brought back to Livingston Parish, where a warrant has been issued for his arrest. But there's still one thing investigators need: his cell phone. Perkins admits he tossed it into the water as he walked out of the fishing camp.
He tossed himself. Bro, you're guilty. You already knew it. The two don't be trying to panic, throw no damn phone.
Minutes earlier.
Where'd it get tossed to?
Over the Pendleton Bridge.
Okay. Any reason for tossing it over Pendleton Bridge?
What camp is this? He had time to throw a phone over a bridge and all this other. Anyway.
Bridge? Just you knew what this conversation was going to be about?
No, I had no idea what this conversation was going to be about, but I knew it wasn't good.
The investigator says tossing the cell phone makes no sense unless Perkins had something to hide.
It makes sense because, I have naked pictures of my wife on there.
As the questioning continues, you can hear the frustration, perhaps the fear in Perkins' voice.
Was the delay not wanting to answer, or just not knowing how to answer?
I'm just worried about my wife and the kids, man.
From there, the interrogation takes a big turn as investigators lay out some of the most disturbing parts of the case.
This is going to be the one that probably is the most embarrassing question, but probably the most important I'm going to ask you.
He asks Perkins about photos they found of him sexually pleasuring himself onto small pastries called pedophores, and more photos showing school children eating pastries. Perkins tells them none of the pastries the children ate.
Now that is some wildness right there. Like, what would possess you to even think of that in your brain? Like, oh yeah, let me jizz on some cupcakes for the kiddies. Like, what?
8 were contaminated.
Okay, then did you give them a second batch that they ate that were clean pastries?
It's at that point Perkins realizes just how much trouble he's in and decides to end the interview.
And it makes me, oh man, I don't even want to think of what someone possibly may have done to my food at any point in my life. And these two freaks up here just getting a good old smirk. And oh man, I just gonna imagine the kids or girls in her classroom if they was like, oh yeah, them cupcakes were great. When are you gonna make some more cupcakes, teach? Like, oh, like come on, man. What, like, people are disgusting, man.
Respectfully, I would just rather just talk to an attorney and not answer any questions, if that's okay.
That's totally up to you.
And with that, the recording is turned off.
I'm going to stop the recording. Time is 8:51.
Perkins was booked into the Livingston Parish Jail and fired from his high-profile job at the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office. And the
They're gonna be shooting cupcake juice on him tonight. They're gonna be tossing him and the boy from Subway, Jarrett. They're gonna be tossing him and Jarrett back and forth, putting cupcake sauce on them.
months that followed, the evidence against Perkins and his schoolteacher wife would explode to
Shout out to Big Bro. I mean, shout out Scotty Hunter, man. Good to see brothers on TV representing.
include rape and other disturbing charges. Both pleaded guilty. He's serving a 100-year prison sentence. His wife, Cynthia, got 41 years. For the WAFBI team.
Damn, they did throw the book at them motherfuckers. She should have got more because, you know, she was up there serving them jizz cakes. She knew what they was.
I'm Scotty Hunter.
Scotty, thank you. The interrogation of Cynthia Perkins went on for nearly an hour and a half, with her denying any involvement. Near the end, one of the investigators tells Cynthia that time is running out for her to come clean.
Is that what you want to look like? Do you want your picture next to his picture on the news saying this is
Too late.
his co-conspirator to exploit your children? The headline's going to read, local junior high teacher, local sheriff deputy. That's what the headline reads.
So there you have it, folks. WAFB Baton Rouge, Louisiana news clip of former Sheriff Deputy SWAT Commander Dennis Perkins and his wife, former high school teacher Cynthia Perkins, getting their sentencing and the purpose behind it. Goodness gracious. I mean, throw them both under the jail. I mean, geez. Like, why? Can we honestly let the kids have a chance to grow without these freaks jumping all over them or trying to, you know, get whatever pleasure they can get off of them? Like, gosh. I want to know your thoughts, comments, like, subscribe, help the channel grow. It's your boy Home Boom, and protect your kids. Beware of your kids at all times around everyone. It's the Hold Up Show, and I'm out. Peace.